My name's Meyer and I live in Oklahoma. I've done 4 surgeries and 44 chemo treatments. My family and I took a vacation to go to my great-grandmother's 100th birthday celebration. And during that vacation, I started feeling horrible pains in my side. At that point, I had already known that I was pregnant. And I went to the emergency room and they blamed it on constipation from being pregnant. So when we got back to Oklahoma, I went to get a second opinion. And we found out that I had a mass attached to my ovary. So she gave me the option of doing pain management or she could do surgery, but that ultimately could cause me to miscarry. So of course, I elected to do pain management. I ended up in the emergency room again, and then my OBGYN, she showed up in the emergency room and she's like, Amanda, if you still want to be my patient, we've got to do surgery. It was nice though because she took that power out of my hands, because I would have continued being in pain because I was afraid that my decision was going to cause us to lose our baby. So I had surgery on May 5th of 2015. And then I continued to go back to the emergency room being in pain. Fast forward May 26th. I had my second surgery because the emergency room ended up doing an x-ray and found out I had an obstruction. And I woke up from that and had an ostomy bag, which I had never even heard of such a thing. And then my surgeon was just talking about things and nonchalantly mentioned that I had stage 4 colon cancer. And I'm just like, wait, what? I have what? And he's like, oh, nobody told you? And I'm like, no. I was there for 11 days and then went home, and that was the hardest point though, was just waiting, finding out what the plan was. When I met with the oncologist, she was really sweet, but it was kind of scary because she started crying, and she told us that she highly recommended that we terminate the pregnancy. And my husband and I, we had been trying for 3 years to get pregnant. And I told my husband, I'm like, there's no way that I can terminate a pregnancy that we want so bad. It's gonna give the baby at least a chance. She pulled through 2 surgeries. Like, that was a miracle in itself. So I ended up doing 8 chemo treatments, and we delivered a very healthy baby on November 3rd. Unfortunately, the regimen that I was on, it ended up going into my stomach lining. I met with my fertility specialist, because we wanted more children, of course. He ended up doing an ultrasound, and we found out that the mass that they were trying to shrink with the chemo was actually attached to my other ovary. I had like 6 to 12 months before I was probably going to be put on hospice if my body didn't respond to chemo. But luckily, I did. So that's when I became NED for a couple months. So now I'm on full fury with Vectibix. I belong to a Facebook group called Colon Cancer Survivors and Warriors, and I've become acquainted with Maureen Pettit. And she told me, like, hey, this retreat's going on, you and your husband should come down. She made it sound, really fun and sent me pictures. I'm like a little kid though. I love doing different things, and, karaoke and rock painting and build a bear, so we can bring the kids home a bear. The food's been incredible, the people, and just meeting everybody and like putting like a face together with the name, of people that you've been following their situation. My husband and I are finally able, we've been together for 11 and a half years, and we never even took a honeymoon because I was a workaholic, and it was nice to just kind of get away and spend some time with him. The treatment I'm on, it's been very tough on my body, and there's people here that are on the same one, and it's so nice to be like, yeah, this is what I'm going through, and somebody really, really getting it. I think it's so important for people to know that you can be pregnant and get treatment. No matter how healthy you are, everybody could get cancer. I was about to do my first half marathon. I was very healthy, in incredible shape, and then my feet were kicked out from underneath me. And people need to realize that you can't take any moment for granted. Hope is provided for sure by our daughter. She pulled through everything that they said she wouldn't be able to. So I can't live one day without looking at her and knowing miracles happen. Say yes to hope.